We're gonna make this day a little better than the last. It's amazing how slow the days like this can pass.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Ozark Knitting. My name is Wanda, and I'll be your host for today. I go by GW Treese on Ravelry and Instagram, and this will probably be a short podcast. And I may have to stop this because currently I'm waiting for the washing machine repair guy to show up at my house to fix my washing machine because after almost 10 years, it has finally decided that the drain pump has gone out. So we'll see what happens. So let's get started. Hope everybody's having a good day. By the way, this is Wednesday, the 4th of May. May the 4th be with you. So let's get started. I have 2 finished projects. The first one is, I'm going to give you a warning. It is the fornicating deer pattern. So it's got fornicating deer on it. So if you don't want your kids to see it, then hide it away. This is made for my husband's friend. We're going to take it to Alaska with us. And pretty much I copied Yarn Hoarder or Amber pattern instructions that were on Ravelry. She made this hat. The gray is Cascade 220 and the yellow is some Show Me Yarns DK that I had left over. And the colorway on the Show Me Yarns is Frosted Lemonade. And as you can tell, it is very bright. So that's going to go over really good with my husband's friend. And you know what? I did not grab a sock blocker. So let me just turn around here. Grab one real quick. Sorry about that, guys. The other one that I finished is a sport weight sock. And it is a very simple pattern that actually I don't even know if his pattern's written, but I think it was Tracy at the Grocery Girls was talking about doing a knit one. I think she was doing knit 2, purl 2 for a row, and then knit the second row. I did knit 1, purl 1, and let me see if I can get the colors on this thing. There we go. That's pretty much the colors right there. This is some Dream in Color Perfectly Posh sock. This is the Dream in Color 2014 color, and I didn't really like the pattern that came with it. It was a cowl, some sort of cowl. So I decided I'd make some what I call house socks because I don't really actually wear my sport, my worsted weight socks and shoes. So I have a little cashmere and silk and baby fine mohair to wear on my feet for the winter. So that's what my finished projects are. I started on a pair of socks for my husband. This is part of my 16 and 16. Yeah. No, 24. So my stash socks rats project. This is didn't know where the tag is. This is Hiawassee Creek Snowy Owl. It's 80-10-10. I do not know where the tag is, so I cannot show it to you. But it is kind of hard to see. I barely have gotten to the toes. It is, there you go. I'm trying to get, wow, what a mess. Let's just make it worse. There we go. Wow. As you can tell, I'm still working on the toes. What it is it's natural yellow, gray, and then it's got some really dark, I wouldn't say it's black, but it probably is going to look black when it's knitted. It doesn't look black in here. Some socks. They're kind of similar to Pittsburgh Steelers colors, except for the gray part. So my husband is a big Steelers fan, so hence that's why the socks. And I know he'll love these. It's kind of funny. He never really thought he was a sock person, but you know, I made him some house socks, as he calls them. And he has fallen in love, and he just loves to wear his socks. So this is going to be, once I get past the toe, this is going to be Laura's socks on a plain design. And I'm probably going to bump these up to 72 stitches because he's got a big wide foot. And then just do the pattern on the sock for him. So we'll see how that goes. And I actually need to start a pair of socks for myself too, because I got to finish another pair of socks this month. So this week I got my Tempted Yarns, Stacy's Tempted Yarns club shipment. If anybody is in the yarn shipment, I imagine everybody's gotten it. I'm in the yarn club. She had a yarn and a fiber club, and normally I sign up for both, but this time I only signed up for the yarn. And so, forewarning, if you haven't seen it and you don't want to see it, skip ahead about a minute. But Stacy does awesome reds. This one's called Tart. It's got some red. It's got some kind of pink on here. This is Little Lux Girl. It is 375 yards. It is 80-10-10, so it's 80% superwash merino, 10% cashmere, and 10% nylon. And I love Stacy's yarn. She also sent a nice little personalized card, which she is so awesome at that. And then I got some Pamper Me lemongrass lanolin lotion, and I'll just tell you, it smells so good. I've already been in this. So, okay, sorry about that, guys or girls. The washing machine guy showed up, and now my washer is fixed. So life is good because I can now wash clothes again. So no laundromat this weekend for me. So what I was going to tell you about before the doorbell rang was that the other day at work, I come to work first. I get there about 30 minutes before everybody else does. There was a pile of stuff on my desk. There was a bunch of crochet hooks. Even one with an end on it. You know, an H, an I, a K. Some darning needles, some plastic ones. Some yarn bobbins. I always call these cross-stitch things because I've always used the cardboard ones for cross-stitch. Some old stitch markers. And then there was sorry about that. There were two things of cotton, or one was Aunt Lydia's fashion crochet thread in the color Warm Rose. And then there was some peaches and cream, 100% cotton in the earth tone colors. And then there was this book from 1987 called I Taught Myself to Crochet. And I actually think I might have had this book in 1987, but it is boils, but it's got all sorts of, how to crochet. To be honest, I actually know how to crochet. I was taught to crochet well before I knew how to knit. My great-grandmother and my great-uncle were both crocheters, and in fact, my great-uncle, when I got married, he crocheted a tablecloth for me. He actually did it with all my aunts, and it was really funny because my dad's the oldest, and he didn't get one, of course, So years later, my mom's like, how come all of us sister-in-laws get one? And so my uncle made her one too. But it has in here, and I think I have actually made this before. One of the patterns in here is Baby's First Blanket, which is just approximately, it's a 32 inch square, and you just move out and out to make it bigger. But it's got the typical reversible elegance sweater. The ever so lovely fashion stripes. And don't you just love the, whoops, let's do that the right way. Don't you just love the hair on that little kid? It is called Colored with Crayons, little sweater. And so, since, like I said, I'm the first one that gets to work, I was kind of like, okay, what is going on here? I knew it would work itself out. Somebody would reveal who dropped this off. And sure enough, about an hour later, somebody comes over and goes, did you see all the stuff I left on your desk? And I was like, oh, thank you. You're so sweet. And she's like, yeah, I thought I would teach myself to crochet, and I've just never done it. And so I just cleaned all of my stuff, and here we go. So I'm like, well, thank you. And actually, kind of good because I haven't crocheted in a while. So now I actually have a book without having to Google some stitches because I've been toiling. Yes, I'm going to fall into the memory blanket, but do I knit or do I crochet one? So I don't know yet. So I've been kind of thinking about maybe I should just crochet one. Years ago when I was probably 10, I crocheted all these squares for this blanket, and each square was a different one. It was in rose and white, and I want to say it was kind of like a light green. I had to make the pattern exactly like the book was. I was very adamant about that. I remember that. So I sit there and I knit crocheted all these squares, and then I didn't want to put it together. I was burnt out. So I was probably 10, maybe 12, probably closer to 10 when I did that. And so you're talking late 70s or early 80s. And so I remember I was already out of high school. I don't even think I was married yet. So you're talking around 90. My mom gets all those pieces out and she puts the blanket together, and I was like, you put it together, you keep it. So she has kept it and she still uses it. So, it's the old acrylic. And so she still loves that little blanket. Still holding up good, by the way. So that is actually all I have for this week. Till next week, happy knitting. Have a great day. And enjoy the sunshine because it is sunny here and it is going to be gorgeous this weekend. Hopefully you have some good weather where you're at. And until next week, keep on knitting. Thanks, guys. Bye.